Well, for 36 years, Rabbi Sandy Sasso led Congregation Beth El Zedek in Indianapolis. Since retiring, she's put her energies into a new passion, Women4Change, an organization designed to educate, equip, and mobilize Hoosiers to create positive change for women.
We just brought a group of women together to talk about how we can make life better for women in this country.
More than 800 women showed up at Sasso's organizational meeting for Women4Change, the nonprofit advocating on behalf of women for four things, essentially: economic stability, health, improved sexual assault laws, and fair voting practices. Sasso and businesswoman Jennifer Nelson Williams came up with the idea after the 2016 election. They focused too much of their efforts on this year's election and getting out the vote on November 3 of this year. And for more on the organization and its goals, I'm pleased to be joined by Executive Director Rima Shahid. And Rima, welcome to the program.
Thank you for having me today.
Yeah, let's talk about, and I gave a little bit of information there in the introduction, but Women4Change, this is an idea I think the organization launched in 2017, an outgrowth of the 2016 election and the really tough language, the divisiveness that really plagued that election. Talk about the organization and really the goals here.
So we are a nonprofit, nonpartisan organization, and we're really looking to get women to be more politically and civically engaged. I think women, we make up one of the largest voting blocs, and it's important that we do so and we take that power and make sure that we vote and are engaged in that process. I think by lifting up women and politically and civically, you not only lift that woman, but you lift the entire community and her family.
Yeah, and getting out the vote, I know you've got a couple of major initiatives underway right now. One is getting out the vote. Another is an event later in September here, Unfinished Business, which really marks and celebrates the 19th Amendment.
That's correct. So our media, we have an event next Saturday. It's called Unfinished Business, the State of Women in Indiana. I think it's important for us to remember that the 19th Amendment granted some women to vote, but it wasn't until 1965 that more inclusive. And so we're looking at how can we make positive change so that the next 100 looks a little bit different. And to that point, the most immediate thing that we can do is vote. And so we're looking to 4,000 Hoosiers to get out the vote. A majority of Hoosiers are either not registered, or if they're registered, they don't get to the ballot box. And so we're going to give it all that we have to make sure that Hoosiers do get out there and vote. Yeah,
you mentioned this is a nonpartisan organization. And I think the idea, this Women4Change, the organization, the idea really struck a chord. As I mentioned in the introduction, at that organizational meeting, 800 people showed up. So really did strike a chord with a lot of people.
That's correct. Like I shared, I was unable to get into the door, but what we know is that when women work together, we work together in a nonpartisan, bipartisan way to really affect change in our community. And that's what's really important to us, is that we advocate for Hoosier women regardless of political affiliation.
And as you mentioned earlier, this is something that can lift all boats when it comes to the impact the organization can have in terms of things like pay equity and any number of issues that are challenges out there in the community.
Absolutely. I think women's economic stability, Indiana women, we are amazing, and we make up a large portion of the working force. And so we need to make sure that our laws are really helping Indiana women. We have other laws that need to be updated. And I'm sad to report that here in Indiana, we are fourth highest in the nation as far as sexual assault among high school girls. Again, regardless of political affiliation, as a mother myself, I know that's something that really plagues me and something that I advocate for on a daily basis, is a passage of a law so that we can get Indiana off that list.
All right, a new organization with a big agenda, very topical now with the election as well. Women4Change. Rima Shahid is the executive director. Rima, thanks very much for joining us, and we look forward to following your progress and talking to you in the future.
Thank you. For those that would like to volunteer, please visit our website. We're looking to grow our community of volunteers and members. Thank you for having me.
Very good. You bet. We'll talk to you soon. And I'll be right back after this. Stay with us.